Good morning, Carmen.
Good morning, Berta.
Okay, we are going to do some readings that are in this module. Please, we are going to start by reading names on the student book, page 30. Names. In English, it is not always possible to know the gender of a person from his or her name. This is because there are names that are used by both men and women. For example, Robin, Kelly, Leslie. A peculiarity of names in English-speaking countries is the initial after the name of a person. It may represent a middle name, as in Frank L. Taylor, Frank Leonard Taylor, or the mother's maiden name, such as in John F. Kennedy, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Middle names and initials are very common in the U.S., and in fact they are sometimes required for official forms. When women get married, they drop their family name, maiden name, and take on their husband's family name. However, this is changing. Women now often choose to keep their maiden name for professional or personal reasons. Good morning, Isabel. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. Good morning. Sorry for the delay.
Okay, don't worry. Carmen, please start reading.
Names. In English, it is not always possible to know the gender of a person from his or her name. This is because there are names that are used by both men and women, for example, Robin, Kelly, Leslie. A peculiarity of names in English-speaking countries is the initial after the name of a person. It may represent a middle name, as in Frank L. Taylor, Frank Leonard Taylor, or the mother's maiden name, such as John F. Mothers, as in John F. Kennedy, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Middle names and initials are very common in the U.S. and in fact they are sometimes required for official forms. When women get married, they drop their family name. They drop their family name.
I would like you to repeat the whole sentence each time that I say the word, because when I say the word, you forget about it. But you have to remember to say the whole sentence again. Perhaps you can memorize it.
Okay. When women get married, they drop their When women get married, they drop their family name, maiden name, and take on their husband's family name. However, this is changing. Women now often choose to keep their maiden name for professional or personal reasons.
Thank you, Carmen. Good morning, Vanessa. Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning. Sorry I'm late, but I had problems with the internet connection again.
Okay, don't worry. Thanks God that we can hear you. That's the most important thing. Okay, Isabel, can you start reading? And please remember that if I correct the word, please repeat the whole sentence where the word is, okay? Thank you.
Names. In English, it is not always possible to know the gender of a person from his or her name. This is because there are names that are used by both men and women, for example, Robin, Kelly, Leslie. A
A peculiarity of names in English-speaking countries is the initial after the name of a person. It may represent a middle name as in Frank L. Taylor, Frank Leonard Taylor, or the mother's maiden name such as in John F. Kennedy, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Middle names and initials are very common in the U.S., and in fact they are sometimes required for official forms. When women get married, they drop their family name, maiden name, and take of their husband's family name. However, this is changing. Women now often choose to keep their maiden name for professional or personal reasons.
Okay, thank you, Isabel. Can you check the audio while we keep on reading? Because I can hear like an echo or something. In any case, I'm going to get out from the Skype. Just to avoid my connection to have problems. Okay, thank you. Please, Vanessa.
Names. In English, it is not always possible to know the gender of a person from his or her name. This is because there are names that are used by both men and women. For example, Robin, Kelly, Leslie. A peculiarity of names in English-speaking countries is the initial after the name of a person. It may represent a middle name, as in Frank L. Taylor, Frank Leonard Taylor, or the mother's maiden name, such as in John F. Kennedy, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Middle names and initials are very common in the U.S., and in fact, they are sometimes required for official forms. When women